Aloha everyone, I'm McKenna Maduli, your PTC'22 host, here with a very special guest for what's happening today. And you've come all the way from London, and I'm going to let you actually introduce yourself to everyone.
I mean, 28-hour trip to come to Hawaii. It's
I
a
know.
very long trip. No, I'm João Lima, the editor of the Tech Capital. And I mean, it's a pleasure to be in Hawaii. It's my first time in Hawaii, my first time at PTC as well. I'm super excited to come. I've been waiting to come to this conference for about 5 years, and then of course 2 years of COVID
I know.
have not helped to the wait.
No, and now you're here though.
I know, but
and the weather's beautiful.
And it's amazing to see the event happening with everything that has happened over the last 24 months. This is actually my first time at an event physically since February 2020. So it's very exciting to be back out there shaking hands, frequently tea, feasting palms mostly.
As many of our viewers
Yes.
here are, they've traveled a long way to be here.
Yeah.
Today's a big day for PTC. Who are you looking forward to seeing this morning?
Yeah, I think there's quite a lot of interesting things happening this morning, and I think PTC did really well to start with ESG. So we'll be talking about women, diversity and inclusion, which is a massive topic in the industry, especially when you start looking to the investment side. There's been a big shift in that sense as well, where investors are not really putting money into businesses if they don't have a really good ESG strategy. So I think that really shows that PTC is in line with what's happening in the market. I think following that, we're going to have the big opening sessions, especially with Mark Ganzi, massive investor. It does not need an introduction. Everyone will know who Mark Ganzi is. I mean, his company, Digital Reach, has been investing in dozens of businesses, especially in the data center space with Vantage Data Centers, investing about $7 billion in the last 24 months. We've had Atlas Edge launching in Europe, the latest edge computing data center company in Europe, which just acquired 10 facilities from Colt Data Centers last year. Scala in Brazil. I mean, Mark Ganzi is everywhere, putting billions everywhere. So that'll be a very interesting session to see what he comes up with. And maybe we'll find out what's next for him.
Yeah, and then I understand later on in the afternoon, there's someone who's speaking actually for the first time. Can you tell me a little about that?
So he's actually a CEO of one of the companies that Mark Ganzi launched last year. So there's Giuliano Di Vintantonio, I believe, he's Italian. Vintantonio.
Got it.
And he was appointed CEO just earlier this year. I think it was already in January. I don't think it was December. But it's the first time he's going to be publicly speaking in the function of CEO. So that'll be very interesting to see what he says. Because again, they just acquired 10 data centers from Colt. And there's a lot of deals that they are doing in the background to expand across Europe. So there's a lot of different tier 2 and tier 3 markets they are looking at, which is really, really interesting because again, it shows the shift happening on the continents and even across the world. So those will be like some of the biggest highlights, but then there's a lot of other sessions throughout the day. That'll be really interesting.
Wonderful. Well, enjoy your time here in Honolulu. You got great weather.
Yeah,
all right, everyone.
It's almost a crime to work like this.
It is. Tough job, I got it. Enjoy the conference. We'll see you all tomorrow. Aloha.